Happy 100 days, friends. Yes, it has been 100 days on the Ultimate World Cruise. And what has been everybody's favorite memory event? Well, we've gone around and asked fellow cruisers. Stay tuned. Welcome to Living Phase 2. Yes, friends, it's been 100 days aboard the Ultimate World Cruise, and we can't wait to share with you what some of our friends and fellow passengers have had to say were their favorite moments and memories. Several of them do have social media accounts. We've linked them all below, so be sure to visit their pages as well as they're documenting their version of the Ultimate World Cruise. Now, we had quite a diversity of answers, and two stood out. So before we get to those top two, let's take a look at all the wide variety of answers that we received.
Moria. That was amazing. Yeah. Just the snorkeling, the sharks.
My favorite memory destination was definitely Moria in French Polynesia.
And my favorite thing about the Ultimate World Cruise is absolutely hands down Moria in French Polynesia. Crystal clear waters, just the incredible island. Loved it. Loved the World Cruise.
Spending the birthday with Kimberly on the islands of Barbados.
And the fjords in Chile. They were just absolutely stunning.
And the Chilean fjords with the glaciers.
Is in Cusco, Peru. When we found out that we were not going to make it to Machu Picchu, Royal Caribbean threw a fantastic party for us.
And especially Cusco, Peru was just fabulous.
My favorite thing or my event on the cruise was the egg drop.
Sydney was great, so was the Great Barrier Reef. And my favorite thing has been the Great Barrier Reef. I loved swimming it, and the colors were just phenomenal, as well as the fish.
Snorkeling in the Great Barrier Reef, which was just a few days ago, has been just simply amazing. Seeing the world and then seeing underneath the world as well, so it's been fantastic.
And my favorite thing from the last 100 days is going to Iguazu Falls.
And my favorite thing so far has been the crazy 39-hour trip that we made to Iguazu Falls, being passed under the waterfall 6 times, going around in circles and almost riding up the waterfall. It was a great day.
My favorite memory, besides meeting Mike and Nancy, is going to Iguazu Falls and seeing the power of that falls. And my favorite memory was holding a koala bear and then having it leave me a little nugget in my hand afterward.
But one thing I was very amazed at was the glowworms in New Zealand.
And my most favorite thing in the last 100 day on this world cruise is Rio de Janeiro. Christ the Redeemer was on my bucket list. I loved it.
Our favorite thing so far has been Rio de Janeiro. Going up to see Christ the Redeemer, out to lunch at a Brazilian steakhouse, and then off to see the fireworks on Copacabana Beach.
My favorite port was Sydney. We were docked right in the middle of town, saw the whole city. It was awesome.
The Sydney Harbor Bridge climb, which was quite impressive, great views of the city.
Our favorite thing for the first 100 days was getting to see the symphony orchestra at the Sydney Opera House that morning.
What stands out is the tango dances in Buenos Aires.
And our favorite memory was in Ushuaia. And we just had a great time and sitting and sipping wine and eating this great charcuterie board, and could not have had a better day.
Trip around South America.
And my favorite moment of the cruise is when we found out we were doing the Intensive Africa segment. It's just an incredible opportunity to travel a part of the world that you don't normally get to on a cruise ship.
And the most wonderful thing about the last 100 days has been the unknown.
And my favorite moment in the last 100 days are the serendipity moments, those little unexpected things that just bring such joy.
St. Patrick's Day in the pub.
And his birthday.
And my birthday. And I heard from the bar staff that was the best St. Patrick's Day in the fleet.
Well, friends, we agree. Those were all amazing places and experiences. Let's get now to our second most popular answer.
And my favorite thing, it's kind of cheesy, but it's probably the people. I've met amazing people, and that was the one kind of unknown variable before getting on this trip, was if you were going to meet people that were fun and that you could bond with and have
really fun moments with, and that has been my biggest surprise this 100 days.
My favorite thing so far in the first 100 days is, to be honest, is just meeting all the great people.
And for me, my favorite part of this trip has been the sense of community that we've created.
And my favorite thing actually isn't something where we visited, but my favorite thing about the cruise so far is that we've all become like a big family.
And the best thing about this world cruise is not just the places you're going to, it's the people you meet along the way.
And our best memory for the whole trip is the fact that we have a community here.
And we love lots of people on the ship, and we're having lots of fun.
My favorite things on the cruise is my people, my guests.
And my favorite part of the trip is meeting wonderful people.
My favorite thing about the world cruise is the people.
Happy 100th day, and my favorite experience has been meeting each and every guest from different parts of the world.
And my favorite part of the last 100 days has been the wide variety of people I've gotten to meet across all different age groups.
And my favorite thing over the past 100 days is the crew.
And my favorite thing on the 100 days, all of you guys, is all the people here. We live very well together. As they say, better than all the nations out together, right?
Our favorite neighbors are you. You are our next door neighbors.
Well, friends, we agree. We've made some amazing friends and relationships aboard here. But what was the number one answer? Well, we're going to let Joff, our cruise director, tell you.
Hello, I'm Joff. I'm the cruise director on the Ultimate World Cruise on the Serenade of the Seas. My favorite memory over the last 100 days is probably Antarctica. I had never been down there before, to go to Paradise Bay and see the penguins, the whales, just amazing.
My favorite moment from the past 100 days is Paradise Bay, Antarctica.
I think that Antarctica was amazing.
And by far, by miles, my favorite part of the trip has been Antarctica. That is the seventh continent for me, and that was so incredible. It was so incredible, I almost passed out.
And my favorite memory, oh my goodness, is definitely Antarctica. It was so beautiful. The whales were swimming next to the ship. The penguins were jumping next to the ship. It was magical.
My favorite, there's so many memories, but I think my favorite one that stands out the most is seeing that amazing iceberg in Antarctica, the first one with all the blue.
My favorite thing on day 100 is still Antarctica. The blues were amazing.
And my favorite memory from the last 100 days had to be Antarctica.
And my favorite memory is from Antarctica. There was a very unique iceberg with arches. It looked like something from an alien planet.
Antarctica.
Antarctica.
I mean, looking at
By
those icebergs, seeing what we saw.
It just blew my mind. I couldn't believe how often we were outside freezing our butts off because we had to take more pictures.
And my favorite place was Antarctica.
And my favorite place was Antarctica, going around and seeing the icebergs, and that was just amazing to watch the crew play and make snowmen on the ship.
And my favorite memory so far from these past 100 days has to be Antarctica. I couldn't feel my legs standing out on the deck, but I felt like I could have stood out there forever. It was so surreal.
And I think the best memory for the first 100 days of this cruise was Paradise Bay in Antarctica.
And I have to say that one of my favorite memories was Antarctica. It's always been a dream, and I think it's one of the hardest places to get to in the world. And to see the sheer expanse and beauty of nature.
I'd agree that we think the best thing was Antarctica.
Well, yes, friends, over the past 100 days, we have visited some amazing places and have had wonderful experiences. What has been our favorite? Well, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications because we document every port of call that we have been to. But as for Mike and I, what is our favorite? Well, we agree with Edward.
And the best part of this cruise is everything.